What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fiending Over Video Games podcast, aka the FOV podcast. I'm your host, as always, Jacob Caldwell. You can find me on YouTube and also on Kick at PRECURSORJAKE as well. As always, I'm joined by Alonzo. You can find him on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, and TikTok, all at Zoe Gaming KYT. And for today's podcast, we're going to be talking about, obviously, the Xbox Developer Direct that happened this past week. We're also going to be talking about Palworld because everybody's talking about Palworld, and it's been blowing up lately, so we're going to be talking about that. And we're going to be talking about a few other smaller things. So, with the Xbox Developer Direct, we saw a few games being developed by Xbox and their teams over there, and they had a mystery game that they didn't talk about that they were going to be showing that kind of popped in. It wasn't that big of a surprise, like it wasn't a big deal for me personally, but maybe some people out there enjoyed it. But I do want to talk about the games that they showed off from their own studios because those games look really good. They showed off Indiana Jones. We got a first gameplay look at that game, and we also got a release date and a little gameplay from the new Hellblade game. And then we got some strategy game which I don't care about. There's probably someone that does, but I don't. Didn't really look interesting to me. Not my type of game. But we also lastly got a more deep dive look into Avowed, the new game that's being made by Obsidian Entertainment, the same people who made Outer Worlds and Fallout New Vegas. So yeah, which one do you want to talk about first, Alonzo?
Um, we get to write either one of them. I'll save the best for last because I think out of all the ones that I looked at, I think my all favorite would be Indiana Jones, but we'll save that for last because I've never played any of the ones before, but it definitely caught my eye. But I think we'll probably go over. Avowed seemed kind of interesting just because of like the way they were like explaining the game and like um, you know they seem real passionate about the game. Like they really like put their all into like really building the game and uh, just like different like weapons you could have. Like they were talking about like you could have like wands and like one wand in one hand and a sword in the other hand type of deal. So I think that game. I mean, it seemed pretty cool. I don't know if something that I will play. More like I'll probably maybe watch somebody play that would be like more into that kind of RPG game, but they definitely look. I mean, the graphics in the gameplay itself look very interesting for us for sure.
Yeah, Avowed looked pretty interesting to me as well. Kind of looked like Skyrim.
Yeah, I didn't think
Yeah,
about that, but yeah, Skyrim, yeah,
the graphics. Oh, excuse me. The graphics kind of looked a little weird to me. Like, it looked. The graphics looked almost like VR-ish, almost like it kind of looked like a VR game a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. Like you can tell they're using like Unreal or something because I don't know. It just
Mm-hmm.
has a very fake look to me. And then like the HUD, they showed a little bit off of the HUD as far as like dialogue options and stuff when you're talking to someone, and
Yeah,
that kind of looked thrown together in my opinion. Um, I'm not sure how far along this game is. I believe they said it was going to come out this year, but I have a good feeling they're probably going to push it back just based on how the gameplay looked. Because to me, it kind of looks unfinished. Um, what I did see of the game though looks pretty interesting. I'm definitely excited for it. I love the developers who are making it because they made Fallout New Vegas, and I love Fallout New Vegas. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It looks good. I guess we'll just see where it goes from here, and see if they
yeah,
push it back. I know this. I know that's probably not um, something that you typically play. So,
yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. Valve looks good. It looks, you know, it doesn't look as good as I thought it was gonna look, but it doesn't look bad. I don't know. It's just weird. It's in a weird space for me, in my opinion, and I just want to
Yeah.
see more of it and see how that release date lands to really make a solid judgment about it. But yeah, that was Avowed, and then we also got more gameplay footage of Hellblade 2, along with a release date. Um, did you see this game being showed off at all?
Yeah, Hellblade 2 seemed kind of creepy in a way. I don't know. The game looked kind of like that game. It's like I don't know, bro. Like spirits and like Vikings and like all kind of like crazy stuff was just like I don't know, bro. It do seem interesting, like in a way, like as far as like battlefield wise, when you fight and stuff, and like trying to figure out certain parts of the story. But I ain't gonna lie. If I don't know if it's like all the way done yet, but based off just like the way it looked and like how they got the characters like reacting and doing stuff, it looked pretty. It looked pretty good. For the most part, I did like how it was like battling and like um you know like the fight scenes in a way, like how you would be able to fight and stuff like that seemed kind of cool.
Yeah, the combat. They said that the combat was going to be different this time around for Hellblade. Um, they didn't really go into detail about it, but they just said it was going to be different. So I'm kind of curious how that works, or how it's going to work rather. Um, the game is well, the guy said it in the little preview that the game is going to be shorter than the first one, which
Hmm.
I don't recall how long the first one was, but um, I don't personally don't mind a game being short as long as you get something out of it, as long as it's good in that short
Hmm.
time frame. Um,
Yeah.
and they're really good at telling stories, so I have full confidence in it. But um, the what was it? The thing that really popped out to me is the fact that um, when they were showing the game off, they kind of showed like behind the scenes of how they like do stuff and um, make well essentially make the game. And they had like these people walking around a microphone and to simulate the voices that she hears in her head. And they
Hmm.
were just walking in a circle around a microphone, whispering stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But essentially, the game is about this woman who's she's going through hardships in her physical life, and then in her head she goes through. I guess she's like schizophrenic, and she hears voices and stuff. So while you're
Yeah.
playing, you actually hear voices in your headphones and stuff. And depending on where the voices are coming from in her head, you'll hear it in either the left or the right headphone. So
Okay. That'd
yeah,
be pretty cool.
I played the first one. I briefly played the first one. I had to stop because it made me feel like I was going crazy. Like it gave me so yeah,
I was thinking that too. Like, I don't if you playing it, you know what I mean. Like that could like make you start really thinking you got like you kind of going crazy, but it's just a game.
bro. Swear it. Like I mean, eh, to be fair, like if that's what they were going for, I mean they did a great job because like in certain situations, it just like the situation that you're in is already like anxiety inducing, and then you're hearing
Hmm.
all these voices in your head at the same time. Like I had so much anxiety playing the first game, I just couldn't get through it. Um,
Yeah.
I'd like to go back and try it again, but for anticipation for this new game. But it looks good. The graphics look amazing. The facial animations and stuff that they have look
Hmm.
insane. It looks so realistic, but I'm definitely excited for that. The release date said it was going to be sometime in May. I don't think they had a solid day, but it said it was going to
It
be around
said
September,
I think it said May 21st.
May 21st.
That's what it said. Yeah, that's what it says. May 21st.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited for that game. Um, looks really good. The other game that they showed off was supposed to be like a surprise game. Um, it was Visions of Mana or whatever.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't. People were saying they're gonna have a stealth drop of a game. None of that happened. They just added like a game that no one knew was gonna be there into the event, and mean, I guess it's cool for people who like those type games. I'm not really into it. I mean, I played a little bit of the other one on PlayStation, but it's not a huge game. I guess they were making a big deal about it because it's the first time one of their games has come to Xbox. So I don't really, I'm not really into Japanese RPG games. What about you?
Yeah, watching this one made me yawn. So I was just like, yeah, look cool, I guess. Like I don't know what to take from it, but I mean it looked cool. I definitely won't be playing it, but it definitely looked cool. Like it's something to just like kind of do your own thing in a way, but I don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
this yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like it didn't really catch my eye like that. I was just like, okay, Visions of Mana. They're doing right. Visions wise, the game looked great. Like the
oh yeah, the
the
graphics do
contrast
look
of
good. Yeah,
the graphics and like all the stuff looks amazing. So if you're looking for a game that just like, you know, you're looking for somewhere to just like go and like have like look at something nice and play a game, this is for you. But like if you want something that's like interactive in a way, I don't know if this would be for you. But and it's crazy because it says here it's the first new mainline entry series in over 15 years to be debuted on Xbox
yeah,
platforms. So it's like it's been out, it's just never been on Xbox, I
yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
looks
cool.
good. Yeah, it looks good in my opinion. I think it looks good. I like the character designs, but I don't know. It's just not a game that personally I would like pay full price to play. It's one of those games that I would probably pick up and play if it was on sale. You know.
Well, my thing is if they're going for if it's more of a Japanese game, you know what I mean? I feel like they would do better if it was released on like PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like they might have a bigger audience in a way. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be released on PlayStation as well. Um, the last one was a PlayStation exclusive, and I guess they're trying to bring it over to Xbox now, see how well it does over there. But I mean, I feel like no matter where you go, whatever console you bring your game to, there's going to be some type of audience for it, regardless.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely for sure.
But yeah, I don't know, just not my type of game. I th-
Yeah,
I was I was kind of bummed out to know that that was the surprise game of the event. But then they showed off like some like civilization sim game, and that's completely not my type of game at all. Like I never I never play those type of games. There's just too many systems and stuff to learn to play
yeah,
those type of games. So I'm just not interested. It don't look good to me. Just not interested at all. That whole time it was on, they were showing that off. I was just like, I was completely checked out. So
yeah,
I don't think I. Well, I know that you definitely would never touch that game. You wouldn't even be
yeah.
interested in trying that.
Not at all.
That is not your type of game at all. Um, but yeah, I mean, after all that was said and done, we finally got what everybody was waiting on. We got some
Hmm.
footage of Indiana Jones. What did you think about that that gameplay?
Indiana Jones looked very interesting because like again, I've never played any of them before, but it gave me that same vibe of like playing like Tomb Raider, or playing like what's that one on PlayStation? Uncharted. It kind of have that same feel to it. Like, you gotta figure out puzzles or like and be adventurous and figure out stuff like that. So I feel like in this game, um, if it's like that, then I think I'm definitely gonna try it out, and see what it's about and see how you know how far it will go. And I'm never, I mean, any of those is cool. I've never really like dig deep into it. I know what it's about. That's about it. But I've never been like, oh my god, Indiana Jones.
Right.
I'm like, nah, that's not. I haven't looked at it, but the game itself looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So I definitely will be playing it for sure.
So you never like grew up watching the movies or anything like that?
Nope. Grew up watching probably Boys in the Hood type shit. I don't know. It's just yeah. I didn't watch Indiana Jones or nothing like that for real. What when it came to stuff like that, I watched more like I don't even know what to compare it to be honest. I just know I didn't watch Indiana Jones. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't like super into Indiana Jones, but I think I watched a few. I know there was like a new one that released not too long ago. I think I watched that one. But the thing that surprised me the most about the gameplay reveal of this game was that they're actually using Harrison Ford's face for Indiana Jones, which was a big surprise because I didn't know that they were going to be able to do that because that man is he's I'm sure he's not cheap and yeah, so they're actually using his face, and people are saying that even with the gameplay, they're saying that the facial animations look kind of outdated because there was like some stuff on Twitter or X or whatever. People were comparing like Nathan Drake from Uncharted's face with Indiana Jones' face from the trailer and saying how good that his face looked compared to his and how outdated the graphics looked. I mean,
Yeah.
it's true, but like I don't know. I feel like it's just art style. Like I don't think they're going for 100% realistic. So I don't know, because you could tell like when the scene first came on and the dude was buried in sand, you could tell there was like a artistic style to it. It wasn't like trying to go
Hmm.
for 100% realistic. So
Yeah. Well, that's what they said. They're gonna try to make it more, to the story, but to a certain extent. So I know they're gonna like tweak some things, of course.
yeah. And because Harrison Ford is such an expensive actor, I didn't know this watching the trailer, but apparently they didn't get him to voice the character either. So
Really?
they're using his face, but it's not his voice, which is kind of weird because it sounded pretty close to his voice in my
I mean, with AI around, you can really do whatever you want, to be honest.
opinion.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, it came it came out. Someone came out and figured out that it was actually Troy Baker who was voicing him.
Hmm.
Which, if those of you who don't know, he's a huge voice actor in the gaming industry. He does a lot of voice work in other games, so he's doing a good job because I could not tell the difference. So,
Yeah, I mean, it sounds very close to being not if I'm being honest.
yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, this game looks interesting enough for me to be, down to try it out and see where it goes. It looks pretty fun, and it's made by Machine Games, who made what the Wolfenstein games,
Hmm.
and those games are amazing. So I'm sure this game would be good. A lot of people are complaining about how the game is in first person and not third
Hmm.
person, but I mean, what did you expect? All their games they make are in first person, so
Yeah.
I'm not really mad about it. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the developer direct. Um, we got a good look at some of the upcoming Xbox games. Not the most exciting event to happen this year, I'm sure, but at least we got to get more information on Indiana Jones. That game looks pretty good. Um, so our next topic here, the big game that's been rocking the nation this past week, Palworld. Big game, big game. You know how big it is? It
How
had
big?
it had one it had 1 million players playing at the same time on Steam at one point, and it's the sixth game in the entire history of Steam to have 1 million players in the game at the same time.
Really?
Really,
Hmm.
you know, you know you're big when you hit that top 10 list. So
Oh, for sure.
Also, a
Dang.
little bit more information. In 24 hours, or wait, was it 24? Let me double check real quick. No, so the first 3 days that it was out, it sold 4 million copies, which is pretty crazy for a game that's being offered on Game Pass.
Dang. Hey, listen, you hit anything in millions, you doing something right. I'll tell you that much.
You know, thinking about it, I kind of wonder if they're counting like Game Pass downloads with that number or not, or is it actually like units, like Steam units that they sold?
Hmm, that's true.
But if it's not, if they're not counting the Game Pass downloads, then that's a pretty substantial number. 4 million copies sold in just 3 days. That's
That's pretty
insane.
crazy. That's some Cat William numbers right there.
um. So yeah, in my opinion, this game it's a survival Pokemon game, basically, monster collecting game. Kind of reminds me of Arc Survival Evolved mixed with Pokemon. Um, if you want to make a comparison, but you and I actually played the game together.
What we did?
Yeah,
What?
I think
It's like that,
I
yeah.
think there might be a stream floating out there of
No,
us playing.
yeah, there definitely is. There definitely is for sure.
So, I mean, you put a little bit of time into it. What are your thoughts and opinions about the game?
At first, I would say for off rip, I was frustrated. Like, bro, boy, got the player has to eat, and got to survive. I ain't never played a game like this, so I'm
Yeah.
already off rip, trying to just judge it bad or whatever. But the more I learned about the game, the more I really like it's really not a bad game. Once you realize what you have to do and certain things you can do. Because off rip, I'm like, bro, where my Pokemon at? Where can I get a gun? Can we get strapped already? You know what I mean? So but like building certain stuff and like learning what to do, stuff like that. So um I mean, so far with it just even being like an early access game, I think it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's not like if y'all didn't have me playing that, I would be like, oh yeah, let me get on Power World. Nah, but I think I will continue to play even when it gets released, like actually like actual like an actual game. Um, then it's like one of those games I'll be able to play by myself to just like chill and
Yeah.
mess around, like nobody's online. I don't want to go play a random because they're gonna make me mad, kind of deal. So I mean, out of it, if I was to give this game a rating out of 10 so far of what I played, I'll give it a solid like 7, 8 in my opinion, just because of it's something different, and like you really have to like do certain accolades and um like it's just you just chilling by yourself for real. It's cool for real. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So if you could take one thing from the game that you would say was your most, like, the thing that got you hooked, your favorite thing about it, what would it be?
Probably beat up the Pokemon and catching them.
You like beating the Pokemon
I don't know why I like
up?
punching them and catching them, and then like just seeing a variety of them for real, honestly, and then like being able to you just create your own world. You know what I mean? It's just like your own little like kingdom. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's probably like the fun part I had of it, honestly. And then like your friends can come and join and like make their own little thing there too with you, and like it was just cool.
Yeah, I played this with you on stream with a couple of your friends as well. We had a pretty good
Hmm.
time while playing around, goofing off, and uh, there was a point when you were building yourself a little house, and then you
Hmm.
or I think you built like a door on your house, and then you were still
Yeah.
inside, and I locked you in.
Yeah, so that's another thing that was crazy. Like you were able to like on your door, like the fact that you can like make a code on my own door was like, bro, what? How is that even possible? And I'm only getting locked in. I can't even get out over here screaming like, let me out, and I don't even know the code. Like that was kind of crazy itself. Um, and then like just having that kind of security on like to be like lock it in so get everybody mess with your stuff is still that's still cool too. So it's kind of versatile in a way. Um, and then the
You got a
fact that
cat Pokemon.
that's your fellow friends can kill your Pokemon too is kind of crazy. So it's that it if you got the right kind of group of friends, you can make this like a whole different kind of gameplay. You know what I mean? But it's definitely fun playing with friends for sure.
Yeah, he was looking for your cat the whole time. Your little cat
Yeah, got
pal.
got taken out by my own friends, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I was
he,
wondering if he was that. He must have. Did when you first found him? Was he just stuck down there?
I think he was stuck.
Yeah, he had to be stuck because he couldn't get up. You know what I mean? So I guess he kind of ended his own misery anyway. He was already
Yeah,
starving, about to die, major injury and whatnot. So
there's nothing we could do for him.
yeah, he was
he
already going out.
he had to catch these hands.
I thought B was the one who killed him, which was kind of crazy. That was so funny.
He was dying. He was having a great time.
Yeah, I bet he was. He was cracking up because he already know I'm gonna blame him off rip. Like what?
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I've been playing it on my own time and just leveling up, and um, I think I'm like level 16 now on there on my own in my own world. It's pretty crazy the type of stuff you can do and how in depth it is for it being early release. There's definitely some things in the game that while you're playing it, you kind of catch on to. Like, hey, yeah, this definitely screams early release to me. Like, an example of that was like some of the sound effects and animations and stuff. Like when you're swimming in water, it just makes like a dripping effect, like sound effect,
Hmm.
and it's just so awkward in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, but this stuff you can do in the game is crazy. Like you can collect all these different pals, and then you can like mate them, and then they can, depending on uh, which perks each of those pals have, it carries over to the other one, and you can fuse them together, and you can get them to work for you and like tend to crops and craft and farm resources. Like it's just you can really have like a whole facility of just pals working for you. Your mic is off.
Can you hear me? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, you're good.
That's what I like about it. You could just really just be chilling with your own little kingdom, bro. Just be doing whatever, farming, getting materials, just chilling for real.
Yeah, and you can even like create like mounts for them and like ride on them, and like so there's like ones that like there's like a wolf pal you can actually ride on that, and then like one that flies you can fly on it. It's just crazy. It reminds me a lot of Ark, but instead of dinosaurs, it's these little Pokemon looking creatures.
Yeah,
But it's just kind of crazy how it's like taken off. A lot of people think that um, they're pretty much ripping off Pokemon, um, but I don't know. Some
I
of the,
don't think so.
I mean, some of the PAL designs look pretty similar, but I think they do enough different in the game to avoid like a lawsuit from Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be anything like that. Just because of you know, if people are enjoying the game and it's like kind of different, like why even stoop that low to be like, oh, they're ripping off. Like if it's a good fun game, who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. Nintendo has attacked people for years off of like the littlest stuff just because they want to protect their IPs and stuff. So I don't know. They could do anything really, but there's plenty of like monster collecting games on the market that you know have gotten away with it and are successful in their own right. So I don't see this being an issue. I think it'll just be what it is, and there won't be any drama with it because they seem to mix it up enough to where it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah,
So would you play it again?
yeah, I'll definitely be playing it again for sure.
Yeah.
I might even play it tonight.
Oh, say less. Say less. Even though I got Call of Duty downloaded now, so I don't know. We might have to.
Hey, either way, I'm gonna be playing something. I'm gonna have fun regardless. I'm playing something.
So In other news, we got a couple of small news stories here. We got the we got news that the Halo Battle Royale was a Battle Royale game for Halo in development, and there's been a lot of back and forth online about how it may or may not have been canceled. There's like a huge source came out said it was canceled, but then there's like people who were working on it saying it's not canceled. So there's just a lot of back and forth. Um, I don't know. I'm not super into Halo, but I feel like a battle royale game, a Halo battle royale game, would probably be pretty cool. I'd definitely try it out. How big of a Halo fan are you?
I like Halo. I don't know if the Battle Royale would fit Halo's like style of game.
Really, it's a first-person shooter.
It is, but like because Battle Royale, I mean, Battle Royale is more like you pick up, you like, you drop off a ship, whatever it may be. You got to go and pick up guns and pick up stuff, and then you ready for battle. So it's like, how deep are they gonna go with it? You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna do it how like Apex does it, where you got to pick your own scopes and pick your own attachments, kind of thing? If they want to put that into here, like, I don't know. I just want to see how they like. I think it might be a good idea, but I just want to know how they're gonna do it battle royale. Why are they just gonna pick up like just different type of guns that Halo has? You know, because some of those guns, like for instance, some of those guns are like super OP. You know what I mean? So it's like, how are they gonna level that out to other players as well, or even like the sword itself? You know what I mean? Like, it's just I don't know. I want to see how they try to balance it out in battle royale, because I feel like if you like get that sword, you really just gonna cook and just kill everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I feel like they would have to probably create some different guns for the Halo like universe, because I don't believe they have a very wide variety of guns in that universe to begin with. So it would be kind of weird to, you know, put that into a battle royale game if you already have only a few guns to choose from, and then like you said, like usually battle royales when you drop down onto a map, you have like attachments you got to look for as well. And like Halo doesn't really have attachments on their weapons. It's kind of just like you get what you got.
Right, and then like healing on there is no like heal or like pop a sale or put some stuff in like Call of Duty. You just wait and your suit heals. So it's
Right.
like how it. I would think it would be a good idea. I just want to see how they're gonna implement Halo's normal tactics and convert it into a battle royale kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it'll be good, but it has to be something a little different, just like how Titanfall and Apex are connected, but they're
Right, right.
different. You know what I mean?
That's a good point actually. Because
So
Titanfall was really, I miss Titanfall, man. They need to make another one. Did you ever play Titanfall?
yeah, I did. Yeah, it was cool.
I
That's
love
what made me.
Titanfall.
That's what made me play Apex for real, honestly.
I love the mechs. How like you could just drop down and get into one, and the wall
Yeah,
running, bro. That game was,
yeah. I'm glad it didn't bring Walmart into Apex though, because that would be some stupid.
yeah,
I don't even want to talk about what I would do on Apex. That would probably make me so mad. Mm-mm.
yeah. That that game is, it's sad what happened to it, and how it's the series has died off. But I think you make an interesting point about the Titanfall and Apex Legend relationship, because like I was saying, in order for a battle royale to be successful in the Halo universe, I feel like they have to really change, like fundamentally change the style and the gameplay of Halo, because they would have to do so much just to get a battle royale to work. They'd have to add
Yeah,
more weapons into the universe. They'd have to add, attachments for these weapons if that's the route they choose to go. Like you said, like your shield, even your shield, like it heals on its own. Like, what are you gonna do in the middle of a battle royale situation? Um,
yeah.
but with that all being said, I do think that a battle royale from Halo would be awesome. So
It would. It would. Like I said, I think it'll be a good battle royale. I just I can't create like what the battle royale would be like in my mind. You know what I mean? Like how would that work? So that's my main part. Like I think the game people love Halo, so I think it's gonna do good regardless. But just like how they would I'm just interested and curious on how they would implement the difference between like Halo multiplayer to battle royale because it's two different kind of things. You know what I mean? Just like Call of Duty on multiplayer. You know, you don't just heal automatically. You know what I mean? You have to either have a syringe or um, you got to just wait for your stuff to heal. You don't put plates on a monster just like in on Halo. You have your suit just heals. So it'll be very interesting to see how they work in the kinks like that. So I'll do it when it comes out. I'll definitely be trying it just because I want to know how they gonna put that together.
Yeah, definitely interested in that. Hopefully, it wasn't canceled because, despite all that, it would definitely would be interesting to see that out in the gaming world. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and hear back, when we get some more word on it. Other than that, we also got news from Ubisoft this week. A lot of controversy around what one of their executives said um, when he was asked about subscriptions in the gaming industry, like Xbox Game Pass and their own subscription. They have Ubisoft Plus on PC. Um, he was kind of asked about it. And he was like, "Yeah, we don't really expect subscriptions to really take off until people start getting comfortable with not owning their own games."
Mm-hmm.
um, which is true because if you're in a subscription service, technically you don't own those games that you're in the service using. So, um,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much. For me personally, like I am a video game collector, so I have a lot of games physically. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I know you personally, you are more the digital. You've already succumbed to the digital age, and you get
Mm-hmm.
all your games digitally. So hearing something like this from an executive at a gaming studio, how does that make you feel about games?
I mean, I don't know. It's just like it's just easier. Like I get the whole like collector like it's the limited edition type thing, but it's just like if I buy a game, I'm gonna buy a game because I want the game, and I don't have to keep buying and selling. Like, oh, I can't tell you how many times I bought GTA, bro. And I know we keep bringing GTA up on these episodes, but it's just like that's one of the games that I really played when I was young. You know what I mean? So like, I've bought that game so many times, bro. You have no idea how many times I bought that game. So it's like having it digital to be able to download and re-download whenever I feel I want to play the game is like probably like the best thing ever. When they first started bringing out digital, like when I really found out that you could just buy games digital, the next week I was selling all my games and buying it digital. Like just because it was just like, why? Why not? If I want to buy a game, I'm gonna buy it. You know what I mean? Like why even think about it. Like right now, I'm starting to play PC games. I'm like, fuck his Xbox.
Right.
Let me just download. I got 2 terabytes of storage. I've already downloaded Apex, started playing that, downloaded Call of Duty. I even downloaded Fortnite. Like I'm about to start just using my controller on a PC because it just and I haven't really realized how much games look so much better on
On PC,
PC, bro.
yeah, it really
My God,
does.
it is so amazing. Like my monitor is at 144 hertz, getting over 200 frames, bro. I have never my monitor since I've had monitor, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 60, like, oh yeah, look cool, 1080p, look cool. No, 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 that ain't nothing compared to what you get on PC, bro. So it's just like now I've leveled up. Now I'm going to level up even more with just having all my games digital in an inventory that's going to just store it there for me. So now it's just even better. You know what I mean? So if it's a limited edition for like a really special game, then cool. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I'm not collecting no game. If I'm buying it, guess what? I'm on your list as the person who bought the game. I'm one of those $1 million players that just bought the game, and that is what it is.
so so say like in the future they're just like, Okay, how about this? Let me give you a situation. So
Yeah.
if a developer um let's say Apex Legends.
Hmm.
So you put a lot of money in Apex Legends, I assume, right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what if EA, which is the people who own the developers of Apex Legends, what if EA just decides to close down Apex Legends and the studio, and they have to take the game offline? Like, how would you feel about all the money you spent and it just going away like that?
I want a refund. What the like? Like what? Like hold on. Like now you got me thinking. Like, bro, that would make me so mad because I literally have like 400 days played on Apex, bro.
Exactly. So like, you don't you don't own it, so I mean they could take
Right.
it away at any time.
That's true. See, that would just make me mad to know that I spent all this time in this game and then that not even be like,
Now you understand.
it's like nah. See, that's just bullcrap. That's just bullcrap. I don't like that. Because
Or
like, if you go on eliminate a game, at least come up with a better one. Don't just like delete the game, bro. Like you know how many players that you got involved in this, bro. Like man, I would feel like that one game that came out for like 3 days and got closed. Like bro, that's a
yeah.
scam, bro.
So what if maybe people watching this they might say, "Oh, that was probably a bad example." So
Hmm.
let me choose something else cuz I know that's like an online game. So maybe that's a bad
Hmm.
example. What if it was like what if for example it was like Grand Theft Auto? That's like a single player slash multiplayer game. So what
Hmm.
if they just took Grand Theft Auto off all the like console online stores and PC online store? You couldn't buy it online anymore.
Like you couldn't buy it online nowhere.
Yeah, and they said you know this game you can't get it no more. We're taking it off on all online stores and you can't play it no more. Like what a some people say, they usually don't take games down unless they're like super old or whatever, and by then no one will care. But it's like there's still people out there that paid money for that game and they still care that something that they paid for is being taken from them.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example. That's like I can kind of give you a better example, even more than GTA. They came. I remember they had Apex Legends Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people thought this was like a legit thing. You know, it's going to be around for a while. It wasn't even out for a year before they said, "Hey, thank you everybody for participating in Apex Mobile. We want to shut it down."
Yeah.
And people were like buying the battle passes, getting the skin, like spent money. Now it's
Yeah.
not even available no more. Which I believe, and this is just a theory, I believe they were using that Apex Mobile to test for other um, abilities and different characters they could use in the actual game itself. Is what I believe. But it's like if that's your reasoning, why not just be genuine and like
Man, you're asking billion
honest?
dollar corporations to be genuine and honest. That is
Man, we
not
the consumer, you wouldn't be $1 million business without us.
that is not how they think.
Of course it ain't. You know, it's all about that. They want their money. I get it. I get it. It's money. It's business. But it's like, I don't know. I mean,
If they don't have a increase year over year, then the game gets shut down.
yeah, exactly. I get it. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. That is kind of a waste of time to you put all that time and investment to a game and then just get shut down like that. That is kind of like disappointing and like not satisfying at all to like the player.
Yeah, I mean, like people are just concerned with essentially, them not having any rights to their own game that they paid money for. So basically, the developer and the company who made the game can come in, take it from them, take it offline, make it unavailable to download, make it unavailable to sell. They just have full power over the game that they bought, and people are upset about that. So yeah.
I mean, I guess in another perspective, I look like this. If I didn't make the game, I'm just a player, bro. Like you,
But still, you sent them money for it.
yeah, but it costs them millions to make it. Like,
I don't know.
so like, so
There's
you're
people
so
out there on both sides of it.
yeah. I get it. I get it. Like, you bought this game, but it's like, do you? Every game that's came out, it takes is more than it takes a lot to create and make these games. So it's like, if it's no longer like, I mean, I get both sides really. I don't know because
Yeah.
like from a gamer side, I'm like, dang, I really wouldn't want that game to go away. But from a business side, it's like, hey, it's not doing as well as we thought it would do. We're just gonna take it off, and we're just gonna take your money and run off. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I get both sides, but like if I get, in my own opinion, if I didn't create the game, then what rights do I really have to the game?
Besides putting your money into it.
Right. I mean, I put my money into it, but you knew that was part of the game. You know, it got microtransactions. Like, that when it comes to playing video games, you have to. It's a pay to play kind of thing. This is your hobby. You want to be able to play games and have fun. Cool. Now, if it's your like content creation, like this is the game that made you who you are, and you got, this is the, everybody, they're not gonna watch if you don't play this game, then it's unfortunate, bro. You gotta find something else. I don't know. Like,
See, that's why that's a perfect example of why you can't be stuck on Apex Legends.
Exactly. I gotta find something else to play. You feel me? You gotta find something else, bro. You can't just be stuck on one audience, bro.
You ain't Apex Legends streamer no more. You're variety streamer.
You gotta be, bro, because you gotta have a community built that support the streamer, not the game, bro.
Because once that game goes away, you're just
they gone. They're gonna find somebody else. Like, it's over with.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's like there's a gray area with it. I mean, I understand both sides, but I don't know.
Yeah, you just gotta take it with a grain of salt, man. That's all.
There's people on both sides of it. There's definitely like, I don't know. There's people on both sides of it, but they're both valid in my opinion, and I don't know. We'll just see, how subscriptions, blow up or don't blow up in the future, and see where it goes, and see whether or not the game industry takes advantage of those people on subscription plans or what. But either way, if they do, the gaming community is going to come after them. So I feel like it'll all work out in the end, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it will. It will.
And speaking of all these multi-million-dollar games that have been coming out, because of the fact that all these multi-million-dollar games cost that much to make, a lot of gaming companies like Rockstar and Blizzard and some other ones that slip my mind at the moment have all been kind of tweeting and talking and making articles and stuff throughout the year. This past year, talking about how they kind of been in the thought process of raising the game prices from $70 to $100, which is fucking insane. Because when they raised it to 70, I stopped buying a bunch of games. I had to actually pick which games I want to buy throughout the year. So if they raise it to 100, I'm only buying one fucking game a year. Period.
Listen, bro. If they think people out here, I mean, there are people making money, but it's like, bro,
you're gonna have to be rich to play video games. It's gonna be a rich person hobby at this point.
Real talk, bro. Like, and I'm so glad I'm probably making all my games to be on Steam anyway, because I'll be damn, I'm paying on a full price, $100 for a game, bro, every single time.
But you do it for GTA 6 though.
Hey, bro, like this GTA, bro. That's like worth the money, bro. Like, that's different. But like, I'm not
right.
And like, for like instance, like if Apex was $100, nah, I ain't paying that, bro. Like, no way. Like, And then, like, for example, 2K is already what $100 just for that VC by itself. You want me to pay $100 for the game and VC? Like, this is you know, I'm like, it's starting to become like a money. Like, bro, you gotta either in order to play the game, you gotta have money, bro. Like, it's just it's sad that way. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's crazy because people spend so much money, including myself, on something that will never physically touch. But guess what? It helps the mind, it helps the soul to get through the day and to have fun with your friends. So guess what? It is fucking worth it. Like, it is what it is. It's just a hobby that you just enjoy, you know what I mean? Whether you good or bad at it.
Yeah, I feel like like you were kind of touching on with Grand Theft Auto 6. I feel like um you know, I wouldn't have a problem with the $100 increase if the game was worth, like, if it was made on that level to where it was worth $100. Um, like when we saw the push to $70, we saw a lot of games come out who adopted that price tag, and they weren't worth $70 at all. Like, they came out
Really not.
in horrible states, unfinished, and some of them were just straight up bad, and they still came out $70. And guess what? They flopped. They were on sale the next fucking week. So, I mean, as long as the quality is there, I don't have a problem with $100. But the sad truth about the industry is there's a lot of garbage being turned out very quickly these days. So,
But that's like for example, Madden. Madden is a sports game, right?
and that's garbage.
What's changing about that game? The roster, bro? Like, nothing's changing about that game for real. The roster, and I'm gonna pay $100 for a Madden game. No, sir. Absolutely. I'm gonna wait till it goes to the Game Pass and it's on sale for $20-$30 and buy it. Because guess what? All sports games go on sale after about the first couple of months because nobody's gonna be playing after that. They're gonna find some way that is trash or is whack or they ain't doing this or something's glitchy. It's gonna go on sale. Everybody buying it. This is how it works.
It's funny you bring that up because I guarantee you 100% the first people who adopt that $100 price tag is the sports gaming.
For sure, 2K, Madden, all that. Any sports game like that, FIFA, like all those games come out and be like, they think it's gonna be top notch. You know, they all, oh, we're gonna change this, we're gonna change that, we're gonna do this. It's the same game every year. What day did? What's today? January 22nd, 2024. When it comes to September of this year, and I want you to make sure I'm gonna go back and look at this. I will not be buying 2K. After this last 2K, I am retiring. Cap. I will not be playing 2K. Cap. And I know you capping, but I'm serious, bro. I love and hate that game so much, bro. Cap. I do not, especially if it's $100 for the basic. Nah, bro. I really don't want to buy it, bro. Like,
you gonna spend it. Cap, you spend $100 alone on VC. What you mean?
That's why I don't want to buy it, bro. Because that game makes me so hostile, bro. You have no idea. Like, if you tune in watching me play 2K, I've toned it down a little bit because I'm just like, whatever. If I take an L, whatever, I lose, whatever. I'm just here to have fun with my friends. But like when I'm playing 2K serious, bro, like I would lose my voice because my friends be like selling me, bro. Like, y'all selling me, bro. Like, come on. So it's just
wait. Hold on. Let me understand this. You saying you won't buy it at all, or you won't buy it if it's $100?
I'm saying I won't pay cash for the game at all.
So you're not gonna buy it, period.
If it's on Game Pass, I'm downloading that for sure. I got Game Pass, but I'm not gonna pay my own money out of my own money to buy the game. Is what I'm saying.
But you don't have to.
If it becomes free on the Game Pass, download. You feel me? Like that's gonna happen
back in September.
For sure. Run it back. Remind me to make sure I don't. Because when they start showing the game itself, you know, I might get a little struggle. Like, oh, it looks sweet, bro. Like, you know, my friend would be like
every time, bro.
Every time, and I don't want to fold this year, bro.
All them quote unquote new features. Mm-hmm.
Man,
they gonna get you.
They might, but I'm gonna try not to. I really don't want to buy it. It gets me so mad.
So you say you're not gonna buy it. I bet you're gonna pre-order it.
I don't know what the game will come out with it, but I'm hoping it's nothing crazy. Because like I said, the only reason I even bought it this year, because I wasn't gonna buy it this year. The only reason I bought it this year because they said it was cross-plat with PlayStation players.
Yep, they did.
And guess what? It just became they got Cronuses and shooting green beans all day long. Like, okay, bro, it's not even fun no more. So it's just like, what can you bring next year to make people keep buying it? Because it's the same game pretty much. Like, what's different?
Did you pre-order this year's?
And
don't lie.
I probably did.
Yeah, you gonna pre-order the next one, my guy.
But and the reason I don't want to buy it is because it's one simple thing. I have my player has great defense and I have good IQ on basketball.
Oh, okay.
This dude literally. So when you contest a shot, the game tells you that how high of a percentage that shot is being contested, right? So if it's a 50% good test, I mean he has 50%, another 50% to make the shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy I was playing against 1v1s. I was right in front of his face. It said 100% smothered. If anybody knows what smothered means, that means you are on this man's tail. He can't breathe. At 100%, this man still greened the shot and made it right in my face.
Trash.
Like, that is like, bro, like how he shouldn't make that. He has 0% chance of making it and he greens it, bro. I don't want to buy this game no more. That right there is what's that's gonna take me over the top, bro.
That was the
I can't do it no
you.
more. That was my break. I gotta record. I'm gonna make a video probably here soon with it. Put it on Twitter. Tag Ronnie2K. All of them, bro. Why did this man make this shot? Please explain.
That was your tipping point.
It really was, bro. Because I'm like, okay, he got a couple percent. He made it. Whatever. He just had to be a perfect build. No, like there's 100%, bro. He had no chance of making it, but he still was like. In your face, like, no, bro, I'm cool, man. I can't have my heart rate going up that high all the time because it was a stupid game that don't want to fix itself. So I just can't, bro.
Yeah, I mean the sports fans, they're so easy to sell them.
Well, yeah, people love basketball. They love football. You know, that's the games. That's the games you were raised up on as a child. I've always played fighting games, sports game. You know, who is the best one in the house? You know, who could be undefeated? You know what I mean? That's just the competitive spirit that you get as a child. You know, you want to be as you know, the Pokemon says, you want to be the very best. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to be. So that's just what it's built upon. And you get older, you still love those sports and want to play them. So that's just what it is.
But the most casual video game player is usually the video game player who plays sports games. They just play sports games. So what happens when the one game that you play every year increases to $100? You're not gonna not buy it because that's the only game you play. You know, the most casual.
I can say right now, the most casual player that only plays sports games. That $100 ain't gonna hurt them. They're gonna pay that $100.
Exactly.
They're gonna pay that $100 for sure, bro.
And let me say this, because the casual gamer is a lot more. There's a lot more casual gamers than there are gamers like you and I.
For sure, because
a lot of people are just casual.
Because right now, what 2K or Madden is like what $79. They're not buying the basic version. They're already buying the $100 version. Mm-hmm. It just comes with extra stuff.
Right. Yep. So, I mean, you know, you might have a casual gamer. They might pop in for maybe one or two other titles, maybe throughout the year. But their main titles every year is those sports games. So that's why it's so easy for them to increase prices on those games, because they know that, you know, people are gonna pay it. And the sad part about it is they're paying for the same shit every year, and they still do it. So a roster update essentially. But that's why I don't play sports games anymore, personally.
Yeah, I can't say that. I can't make that statement yet.
I will. I know you won't. And you're over here capping because you said you ain't gonna buy it, but you're lying.
I don't want to buy it, bro. I can't make any promises, but I'm telling you what I feel right
Wait,
now.
there's a difference between you don't want to and you will.
That's true. That's why I said I can't make no promises. I gotta see the preview yet.
But
I don't
yeah, I
know.
mean, we say we say all this just to make the point that there there are definitely games out there that are worth that
Yes,
$100 price
absolutely.
tag, but there are definitely games out there that aren't. And
Exactly.
sports games ain't one of them, even though they can get away with it. They're not one of them. Um, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of other companies that abuse it. They come out with these crappy games and try to get that $100 price tag on it. But if you ever see a game like that, or a game that you're really interested in, maybe doesn't do well, um, just wait. Usually they go on sale because, like,
Yeah.
if if you, I think if we do get that $100 price increase on games, I feel like we're gonna get a huge decrease to like pre-orders. I think more people are gonna wait on like a sale or wait on reviews before they actually spend that money on it. So I guess time will tell.
Yeah. I think it'd be 50-50. We'll see.
But Zoe will.
It depend on the game. We'll see.
2K. We increased our, or we updated our dribbling physics.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
let me ask you this real quick. What what
I'm okay.
what would they have to do for you as a fan of basketball in their game? Like, what new thing would they have to bring to the game for you to be willing to spend $100 on
They would have to give me logical defense.
it?
If they gave me logical defense where I'm really defending my man, hands up in his face,
You
and
hate.
he don't make the shot, that's all it would take. A realistic defense. Like if he's right in front of me and my hands are up 100% contesting and he makes it and he don't make it, like he shouldn't even have a chance of making it. That would make me, if they would increase the defense, the reward good defense in the game, where if I'm playing the best defense I could play and a man don't make the shot. Now, if I'm not playing good defense, hey, sauce me up, please, sauce me up. But if I'm playing good defense, bro, he shouldn't make it, bro. That's all I'm saying. The defense mechanism in the game, or where they don't reward, they would rather over reward great offense than really reward better defense. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, I think that's a tender spot for you.
It is, bro, because I got good defense, bro. No, nobody cooking me like that. I don't care if you watching this video, you not cooking me like that. So that's just how I play. I'm just competitive like that, man. But that they would just have to increase their logic to the defensive mechanism in the game of, like, playing good defense for
And
real.
you'll spend that 100 for
And
that.
I'll be spending that 100.
If you fold that easily, man.
But it's already they've already not done it for years in a row, and I'm just fed up about it. So I'm about a good 80% sure I'm not gonna buy the game.
80. You
Hmm.
was just 100% sure at first.
I know. I'm that's what I'm telling. I have to see the preview. I'm a good
All
eighty
right,
percent sure
we
because
gonna
y'all was
see.
telling me, yeah, y'all know, y'all telling me no, us cap. So I'm like, you probably right. So I'm gonna say 80%.
All right, we gonna see. But we do have one more headline that we had for this week. Um, we just talked about how companies are thinking about raising game price to $100, and we have a game that recently in the news because they wanted to charge customers for New Game Plus. This game is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and so essentially what happened is they came out with like a trailer or something of like their different editions. They had like a deluxe edition, like a gold edition or something like that, something stupid like that. And with the base edition, you don't get the New Game Plus, but with the deluxe edition, the higher editions, you do. So people were complaining about that because they feel like New Game Plus should just be a basic feature of your base game. Um, so, I mean, I agree. I don't think New Game Plus is that fucking hard to implement. Like it's literally just you just start the game over. It's basically creating a new game, but you just get to keep the shit you had before. Like it's not that hard to do. So
Yeah,
it's not something that people should have to pay for. But this is the kind of stuff people are worried about, you know, with that price increase too coming our way, essentially. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, and people just need to speak out against this stuff and let companies know that's not cool.
yeah.
Have you ever new game plus anything?
I have not.
But you understand like how,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So that's definitely something, a red flag for something uh, in the game community we need to watch out for and kind of push back on because that's not cool at all. And if you were looking into buying that game, definitely keep an eye out for that just to let you guys know what's going on with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our podcast for today. We hit all the major headlines and even the little tiny news stories of the week. And we will see you guys again next Sunday. We had to postpone the podcast and push it to today, which is Monday, January 22nd, but we will be back next Sunday for another podcast. As always, I am Jacob Caldwell, your host for this podcast. You can find me on YouTube, Kick. Sometimes I'm on Twitch at PRECURSORJAKE as well. Alonzo, plug your shit.
As always, you can find me on TikTok, Twitch, and Kick at ZoGaming KYT, playing Apex, screaming, yelling, playing some kind of game. I'll see you there.
All right, see you guys later.